What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams so we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people. And if you can, make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out the building and share the videos, man, and keep the movement pushing, people. All right, let me make sure. Y'all hear me good out there, man? My sound is good. My fucking power been off for the last couple of days. Well, not off the whole entire time, but it kept clicking on. We kept having these fucking storms. Y'all hear me good? Let me know if y'all hear me good. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me good out there before we get this thing started. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Give me a thumbs up or something if y'all can hear me if y'all can hear me good. Fucking storm, man. Fucked everything up. Because I was gonna go live yesterday, but you know, fucking electric just kept going in and out and shit. I was like, fuck it, I don't want to be in the middle of the live stream and the shit click off. So I just went on and just did some spring cleaning and shit. Well, not spring cleaning, but I just did some shit around the house, cleaned up and fixed some things and shit. Fixed this thing for the back of the stove and stuff, shit like little house shit, husband duty list and shit I ain't do in the last couple of weeks. But are we good, y'all? Let me know, man. If the sound good. Y'all don't let me know nothing. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out myself. Let me see something. For the back of the stove, stuff shit like little house shit, husband duty list and shit I ain't do in the last couple of weeks. But all right, I guess we good. Excuse me, people, man. My fucking allergies acting up, man. But anyway, let's get into this, man. Listen, this is why I see Trump supporters. I got the title there. The Republican Party. I should have put Trump supporters to Republicans and Trump supporters. I should have put up there, but the whole fucking Republican Party is a disgrace. This is why this is the real reason why I'm getting ready to prove to y'all that they are the problem in America. They are really the problem. They want to blame everybody else, like it's everybody else's fault, or it's the left fault, or it's people that ain't Trump people, because I'm not a leftist. You get what I'm saying? I lean more to the left on a lot of economic issues and social issues and shit like that. But I'm not a liberal, okay? But people that don't agree with them or want to see them, play by the same rules in this country, we're the problem, right? But I'm gonna prove to y'all how ignorant, how stupid, how racist, how confused, and how out of control Republicans really are. Honestly, this is just their party at this point. They've been like this for years, but they've been hiding it. They've been hiding it pretty well. But they have let these type of people in. They have let the crazies in, and and the crazies have took over the party, which is one of the leaders. Well, which is the leader is Donald Trump, right? So let me show y'all how stupid they are. Let me show you how stupid and ignorant and racist and out of fucking control the Republican Party is. We're not the problem. You motherfuckers, Republicans, are the problem in the United States of America. You are the problem. And I'm about to prove it. Listen to this shit.
47% of people said in a recent poll that they're fearful of civil war in this country. Do you feel like we're close to that?
I mean, yes. Yeah.
In what way? I mean, we can't have a land war like we had in the 1860s, probably, right?
Illegal immigrants is going to happen no matter what.
The 47% of Americans in a recent poll.
Let me say this. That's just stupid. And I'm about to be real petty and rude because I'm just really sick of Trump supporters getting on platforms and speaking stupid shit. You got a dumb dizzy white broad, and you got this muscle bound hillbilly looking stupid motherfucker that probably can't put two thoughts together. This motherfucker probably just watch Fox News all day. He don't educate himself on nothing else but what Fox News say. These are these people. How the fuck y'all know? Listen, first of all, people, I'm just gonna say this. If you ain't never been to war, you don't know what war is. Okay? And I'm talking about if you was in street wars, if you went to served in the military or some shit like that, these are the type of people that understand war. These fucking hillbilly, cocksucking, blonde, stupid people like this woman and this dude knows nothing about war. I guarantee you that. But let's get to why they say they think it's going to be a war no matter what, a civil war, because of the immigrants. So who are you going to fight? You going to go to war with immigrants? I mean, because I ain't an immigrant. I got family members that are immigrants. So you think I'm just going to stand by and let you go to war with them? I mean, like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? But like I said, we're dealing with stupid, idiotic, racist, bad human beings that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But let's move on. Because this guy, I don't know, he sounds foreign. He may be from the Dominican Republic or some shit like that. But I guess he's a citizen. His accent still's there. He's a Trump supporter. He got a MAGA hat on. But he seems like he's somewhat of a reasonable MAGA, right? Because he's going to sound like he has some type of fucking common sense. But he's still stupid. And he's supposed to have served in the military. But listen to what he says. He's just stupid to even siding with MAGA. Because that's what they want. The left don't want a motherfucking civil war. Nobody's on the left talking about, yeah, we want a civil war with the right. No. Because you know what happens in war? Innocent people die. I don't give a fuck what type of war it is. It could be street wars here in the United States and this gang shit and the culture or whatever, or in the battlefield when Americans go to fight other countries. Innocent people die. So I'm trying to figure out why this guy that has served in the military, that seemed like he got some fucking sense, still siding with people that want a civil war. But let's just listen to how I told you. If he ain't stupid, he ignorant as fuck. And he's just on the wrong side of history. I don't know what the fuck is going on with these people. Let's move on.
Recent poll said that they think there could be civil war in this country. Do you see that?
I'm in the army. I don't want that. I don't want civil war.
Are you active duty?
I'm National Guard, but I'm going deployment this November of this year. And I don't want civil war. People is talking about war and things like that. People don't know nothing about it.
Let me say this. I told you, I'm going to be petty because I don't like the stupidity that keep coming out of these people's mouth. Because they're not going to lower my IQ with their stupidity of the shit that they say out their mouth. If you don't want war, why the fuck are you signed up in the military? I have never heard of the most stupidest shit I ever heard. Listen, that is stupid. You don't want war. Basically saying he can't say he don't like war because shit, you can't even say you don't want war because you signed up for the military. What do you think that is? You're going to go on the battlefield unless you were some type of doctor or some shit in the military or you serving food. I mean, what the fuck? You don't like war, but you signed up for something in our government that actually sends you to war? But you don't want war though. And like I said again, you with a party that is declaring war on their own country because a certain part of a big percentage of the country doesn't agree with them policy-wise. So they want to go to war. So you tell me how you don't want war. It doesn't make any sense. We're dealing with stupid people. Let's move on. This shit is easy work.
This is something that should never happen. I hope it never happen, because civil war or any type of war is a horrible thing. A lot of people are gonna die. A lot of people are gonna suffer. I don't even want to think about.
My bad, people. I hit the wrong shit. My bad. Give me a second. Give me one second. My bad. I wanted to stop it right there, but let's go back and listen to what he said. I need y'all to hear what he said. How stupid he sounds.
37% of Americans in a recent poll said that they think there could be civil war in this country. Do you see that?
I'm in the army. I don't want that. I don't want civil war.
Are you active duty?
I'm National Guard, but I'm going deployment this November of this year. And I don't want civil war. People is talking about war and things like that. People don't know nothing about it. This is something that should never happen. I hope it never happen, because civil war or any type of war is a horrible thing. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to suffer.
But you signed up for the military. So you know consciously that going to war, innocent people going to die and suffer. But you signed up for the military. Okay, get that out the way. But you're still with a party that wants that. They don't mind going to war to kill innocent people and innocent people suffer. But tell me how you don't want that, but you're voting for it. You're supporting it. You don't make any sense, my dude. We in a twilight zone. I don't even know if these people know what they're even talking. Like, do they even comprehend of the shit that's coming out of their mouth? Or how they sound? Do they think about what the fuck they're going to say? Or they just saying shit? I don't really want that. Some people gonna die, a little people gonna die, a little people gonna get hurt. But you still support a party that wants that. That's okay with that. Mind you, some of these people that's on the right, that's talking all this civil war shit, these was the same people that was getting upset at the government and the last couple of presidents for not bringing home our troops because our troops was dying. But they want to create a whole war in their own country against their own people. But that makes sense. These are the type of people that they want to sit down at the table with you and have a rational, reasonable conversation about economics, policies, social justice, the way of living. But they can't even get their motherfucking priorities straight about who they are as a person. You want to go to war with your own country, but you was sitting there bitching and complaining for 2 decades of all these presidents that sent out troops, our children, men, women, and children, over another country, over a war we shouldn't have been fighting, but you want to start a war here. But somehow these people we should listen to. Give them a chance. Just listen to them. Let's just hear what they got to say. They're American citizens too. No, they're stupid Americans. They are stupid Americans. They're not well. Something is really wrong. They're drinking bad water. They're not exercising. Something is wrong. Let's move on.
I don't even want to think about those, this type of thing, because civil war is a big word. It's a big word. It's better not even use it, but people is using it.
First of all, war, period, is a bad word. Going to war with anybody is a bad thing. Even if we decide, we say, look, China said some bullshit out their mouth. Listen, y'all ain't like that. I honestly, I didn't even really think. That's why I don't even like talking about international shit. I don't like talking about that shit. Listen, foreign policy, I don't really like talking about these motherfuckers over in other countries, because y'all ain't really like that. I ain't worried about you motherfuckers like that. Listen, China said some bullshit out their mouth. If somebody had some shit out, I seen talking about that sound. The big homie Willie D. He said that sound like they want war with America or some shit, right? Like yo, stop saying that. If you ain't been in war, please stop saying that. You don't know what a war is. I still feel guilty to this day of innocent people that was a part of a lot of the street wars and street shits I was going through, that they're not here now. I blame myself for a lot of that shit. So please stop saying that y'all know what war is and you want war. You don't really want that shit, and you don't know the repercussions of war. Innocent people die. You have nightmares when you go to war, if you survive through a war. Shit, you probably have nightmares when you're in the war. It actually makes you a very unstable human being. I can promise you that. Just live in this weird ass time, man. I don't understand.
Using it like for nothing, but I'm telling you, it's people who don't know nothing about war, about what it is, suffering, this type of things.
A recent poll said 47% of Americans think that
and let me just say this. I don't know what this brother's background is. Maybe he have seen war zones and shit. Maybe he been maybe part of some shit. But it seemed like he doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about. Because you come home riding with a party that wants to go to war with the other side. He's talking about people need to stop saying that. It's your side. It's the side you're voting for, bro. Why you keep people? No, name the motherfuckers that's actually saying it and that actually kind of want it. Listen, let me just say this to all minorities and black folks that's Trump supporters. Let me just say this to you stupid son of bitches, right? I have no clue in my brain or my thought process of understanding how do you side with a party that hates you. They only accept you because you say the shit that they say out their mouth. I don't even think they accept you. They tolerate you. They let you go to their Klan rallies. They let you be a part of their Klan gatherings. Lie to you and tell you you are an American citizen. To them. But the rest of us that disagree with their ideology, we're traitors. I ain't never stormed the Capitol to try to take over the country. I wasn't a part of that. I believe in democracy. I actually believe in people voting the right way. I believe that immigrants need to come over here the right way. So I'm American. I don't believe in we out here breaking laws because we want to. So I'm an American citizen. I'm actually not a fucking traitor. But everything I just named, all these people do. And they all project on the rest of us that they're okay with shit like that. I keep telling y'all, you know why you see a lot of brown and black folks come over here and they illegal immigrants. You know why? Because around the world in white countries, they have fucked up these countries. Took their revenue, dictate shit in their countries, and fuck those people up and put bad minorities or black people in office in a lot of these countries. And so a lot of their citizens have to come here because it's fucking way worse over there than it's here. And it's people that look like them. That's how bad that is. But we want to talk down about immigrants. Okay, cool. I ain't saying all immigrants is good. But all you Americans, so-called patriots on the right, ain't none of you bitches good. Not now one of you. You're all horrible individuals. I ain't sugarcoating that. I ain't saying some or a little here. All of y'all are bad. Let's move on.
That there is going to be a civil war in this country. Do you agree with that?
Could happen with the turning point in this country and the way things are going and how bad it's gotten. I think the people are tired. I think they're fed up. And
With what specifically? I want to ask this question because if
And,
you look
and that's a thing. And I'm glad he asked that. Because it's talking points. He's saying, because the people are what people? How about you say your side? Because you saying people are tired. People are fed up. What people? Is it some people? Those people? What people? Listen, it's a lot of fucked up shit going on in America. A lot of fucked up shit going on in the government. I ain't calling for a civil war. I'm not hoping for it. I'm not getting out and saying, you know what, man, shit, man. I know a lot of people. Even I just say a lot of people tired, man. Government and shit, man. Motherfuckers, I can understand why people want a civil war. No, nigga. No. No, I can't understand why. That's how bad as black people been getting treated since the civil rights era. I'm just going to the civil rights era. You haven't heard black people talking about a civil war. Do you understand what a civil war was in this country? It was about black folks being free. This wasn't about your rights. White folks or whoever the fuck you motherfuckers are. Some of you white folks, it's like, it wasn't about y'all. The shit was really about us. That y'all can't own us no anymore. Keep us as slaves. Make money off us for free. Recognize that we are citizens. Like, that's what that shit was. This shit wasn't a civil war wasn't about you motherfuckers. The fuck is wrong with y'all? But now y'all talking about now in 2024, we want civil war. On what? Is any of y'all slaves? Has any of y'all rights got taken away from y'all? Fuck no. What the fuck are you talking about? You're a bunch of fucking idiots, Republicans and Trump supporters. You idiots. You're a bunch of idiots. And this is proof of how y'all are idiots. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all don't even know the meanings of some of the shit that comes out of y'all mouth. Let's move on.
Because if you look at the numbers, we have historically low unemployment. Inflation is coming down. The Fed is going to most likely be lowering interest rates. People are getting back to work, and cities are opening up again. In general, I just want to know what the doom stuff is. Like, what is the bad stuff?
I don't think that's true at all.
I'm not inventing that. I'm just going off the numbers we always go off.
He said, I don't think that's true. Listen, I don't think a lot of shit's true. Does it make it a fact? Does it mean that I have to continue to think stupidly if it ain't a fact? Because I don't believe in something, I don't think something is true? Listen, people, I could be totally wrong about this, right? I think OJ did it. By law, he got found not guilty. I leave it as that. My thoughts of OJ being guilty doesn't matter. Because the fact is, he was found not guilty. It's not complicated. We got that on video. Jury said he wasn't guilty. So regardless of what I think, or what I don't think is true, or I don't think OJ is not guilty, means nothing. It means nothing. I go off of reality, motherfucker. I don't live in a fantasy world of my own thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts. That doesn't mean, or in opinions, it doesn't mean that it's factual. In reality. We just live in bad time. We live in fucking the Twilight Zone now. I don't get it. I don't know why they can't comprehend this type of shit. But these are the same people that act like they're more smarter than the rest of us. That actually use common sense. That actually really use our brain. But anyway, let's move on.
Always go off of historical.
Yeah, I mean, where are these numbers coming from? Like, well, I think inflation's at the highest. I think
Inflation is up, but it's coming down.
First of all, he said where these numbers coming from. So if Trump get in there, you're gonna believe the numbers that come from Trump, but you ain't gonna believe the numbers in there because it ain't Trump. Listen, sir. Listen, I can say this with a straight face. It was some shit that Trump says that's actually factual. It's actually factual. But the rest of that shit, 95% of what he says is a lie. It just is. But I can tell you 5% of what he says is actually factual. And it makes common sense to me. And the data backs some of the shit up that Trump says. But that don't mean that just because that 5% says that's correct, or what he says, he's telling the truth about everything else. Sir, if you don't believe in government, then why do you want Trump to even be in government? And I guess I'd be devil's advocate. You might say, hey, well, if Trump get in there, he's going to bring the government back. Bring the government back to what? The government was corrupt when Trump was in it. If the government is corrupt before Trump and after Trump, it been corrupt. The same goddamn people that you probably think that's corrupt, or the government inside of it, was there before Trump, when he was there, and after. So when Trump was in there, the government wasn't corrupt. Come on, bro. Y'all got to be kidding me, man. We just dealing with stupid people. Let's move on, man.
Is what I'm saying. And the same measurements that we've used for Reagan and Clinton and Obama and Trump and Bush and everybody, we're using now, as we always have. So I'm curious as to where the things are not good is coming from.
I mean, we got crime running rapid in the inner cities, in all of our democratic cities.
Not true. Not true. I keep telling y'all, if the mainstream media stop pushing in the city shit, like they push out shit out there all the time, right? You never hear about in these white areas. Let me explain something to y'all once again. The highest crime rate is in white communities. These are facts. It is data. And let me explain to y'all why. Because it's more them than it is us. That's a fact. Who they promote more? Them or black people? Who you see more that they put out there and show on national platforms and mainstream media? Black people doing shit. They don't be pushing that white shit like that. The media is slanted to push us this way, to make it seem like, oh, and all in the cities is all crime going on. Okay, cool. Well, push white people shit. It's poor white communities that crime rate is higher than the inner cities, the urban communities. Then let me throw another motherfucking haymaker to this dude. You're a white man. You don't even live in the inner city. I guarantee you don't. I guarantee you don't. You know nothing about the inner city other than crime, because that's the first thing you brought up was crime. Why do you think in the inner city that these black people are committing crimes? Why do you think that? Why you even bring up the inner city? So when Trump was in office, did he stop the inner city crime? No, he didn't. It still got promoted, just like it got promoted before him and after him. It always promote black people committing crimes in America. That's why you feel so comfortable of your first thing coming out of your mouth. The inner cities crime rate in these Democratic states is high. Have you ever looked at Alabama, nigga? You cracker ass cracker. Have you ever looked there? Their crime rate is higher than the New York's, than a Baltimore, than a Chicago. Their crime rate is way high. And they got more white people there than black folks. The fuck are you talking about? And it's ran by Republicans. It ain't ran by Democrats. But you don't want to talk about that. Because you get your narratives from Fox News to tell you to come out and say this dumb shit because you believe it. And you ain't never been to it in the city. You never lived there. I guarantee you that. I guarantee this motherfucker ain't never lived there. You ain't from the fucking inner city. Do you know why the inner city crime rate, if you want, we're going to go with your dumb narrative, the crime rate is high? You know why? Because ain't no fucking jobs. Ain't no opportunities there. And the first thing come out y'all dumb mouths, well, you got to stop the crime first. Listen, you can stop all the crime, but if people still fucking starving and people ain't got no opportunities, what do you think they're going to continue to keep doing? Crime. Trying to come up. You think everybody in the fucking inner city just want to commit crime, motherfucker? No. They out there trying to get theirs. And what comes with that shit of committing crimes is envy. Especially when people out there trying to get money and they see another motherfucker getting some money and they coming up. See, you know nothing about that, but you want to sit here and tell us about inner city crime. And the two you know that, don't talk about inner city crime because you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. You goofy. And another thing, crime has actually went down in the city since Biden been in office. But you don't want to talk about that. America has crime all around this fucking country, but you notice they only try to focus on the inner city, which they mean the black community. At least Trump is arrogant enough and bold enough to just say the black community. These motherfuckers don't put the urban community. Fuck that mean. Just say the black community, motherfucker. Be honest with yourself. Be the racist that you're supposed to be. Be Trump. You support him. Trump is a racist. He say the black community. You say it. Say it with your chest, motherfucker. Weak ass motherfuckers. Let's move on, man. But they want civil war, though. You ain't even built like that.
Cities, we got, like I said, gas prices record high. Yeah, of course they're coming down now. Inflation's coming down now because we're getting close to the election. But the past
No, sir. Stupid. Gas prices is coming down. See, you don't know shit. Let me educate you, you dumbass white person. Listen, you fucking racist. I don't even want to call you a white person. You dumbass racist. Listen. Gas prices are coming down because there's more people. When we had the pandemic, nobody was out. Everybody was home. Nobody was really driving. So gas prices went up. And then when people started driving again, they had to make their money because they lost money because people wasn't driving in the pandemic. Okay? That's why gas prices went up. The economy got fucked up. And that wasn't under Biden. That was under Trump. The so-called, your cult leader, your racist KKK clan leader. Okay? He fucked it up. Right? Now, if you know anything about how the country works or how the world works, because it wasn't just America got shut down and got fucked up. A lot of countries did. Idiot. What happens is, and if you, I guess because you don't know history, every time Republicans fuck the country up, the Democrats got to come in there and fix that shit, and it takes a minute. That's how shit happens. Shit don't just, all of a sudden gas prices go down in 6 months or a year, motherfucker. No. Not when we're in the Great Depression or we're in a oppression or we went through a pandemic right now. The last shit that we happened. It doesn't happen like that. If you got a fucking tornado that tears up a whole fucking town, when they start rebuilding shit and shit start coming back, you know somehow they got to raise prices to put that money back. It was the same shit I was just explaining to my wife about how shit was going up in Baltimore. That's because they had to give a whole bunch of fucking, they like in our city, they even though we got the stimulus package from the federal government, they was giving stimulus packages to the people in the city. In Baltimore City, they was giving stimulus packages from our own city, own government. I mean, our own little state in Maryland. What the fuck are you talking about? So you got to pay for that shit back because they was probably taking funds from somewhere. People don't understand shit. And I'm not saying my wife is dumb and no shit like that. She ain't know that. People, I pay attention to this shit. People don't pay attention. That's why I be frugal. I don't be want to go out and do other shit because that shit costs a lot of money now. Nigga, I stay the fuck home. Stack my paper. You're going to run into a problem. Listen, people, for these people to believe in religion and the so-called God they believe in, right? These people actually really don't know that God tests people to see what you can handle and what you can't handle. It's all to figure out who the fuck you are as a person. Some people are weak. Some people are fucking evil. Some people are just good people and they'll figure it out. Some people are just hustlers. Some people are cruel. They'd rather take advantage of people than not, you know what I mean? So, like, come on, man. We just living in a fucked up time, man. People don't understand shit.
For years, it's been a show to say the least.
And do you blame the president for that?
100%. I blame his whole everything for that. All the Democrats for that.
Well, the Democrats,
How was that a Democrat problem? So the Democrats created the goddamn pandemic. COVID. They created it. Everything was fine until the Democrats somehow, some way created COVID. And then COVID happened, and it shut the fuck, not just America down, it shut the world down, motherfucker. So the Democrats fucked the world up. Are you stupid, motherfucker? Oh, we just, ooh. You know, but mind you, these are the same people that says they can have intelligent conversations with you. I don't even call it intelligent conversations because I believe we overrate people's intelligence. That word is overrated. People that have real common sense conversations. That's what I call it. Conversation. Common sense conversations. It's not even about intelligence. It's overrated at this point. Anybody can come out here and say, oh, I'm intelligent. Shit, you got people with degrees and college degrees and been around for a minute and still sound stupid. So, do it really matter about the so-called education system in a way? I mean, it does matter to get education, people. I'm just saying, like, some of these people, it doesn't matter what all the education they got. They're still stupid people. So I break that shit down to having a real conversation about reality using common sense. Stop making up shit in your brain or listening to this person that don't really make sense. Because part of it is just because some people just ain't, it's just not that bright and don't pay attention to shit. So it's not like they're not bright. They may just be ignorant to shit, and that still makes them ignorant to it. So they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they continue to speak on it. Like their opinion actually matters. Your opinion don't. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you're not educated in it, you don't know what's going on, why do your opinion matter? Fuck. Listen, put freedom of speech to the side. We're just talking about common sense here. If you don't have any knowledge about a lot of things, or you can really comprehend what's going on, if you can't do that, then what are we talking about? Why are you even speaking about a situation you have no clue about? I hear about a lot of shit that don't mean I know anything about it. But let's move on, because this should get worse.
When the Democrat,
It was not like that. Everyone was prospering. People were making money.
we had a pandemic and people were out of work. It was a disaster, the economy.
Yeah, the pandemic, of course, it happened during Trump's election. No coincidence there.
I mean, it's not coincidence or
There's no coincidence there. Sir, damn you stupid. Listen, who raised you, man? Who raised you? But then in a sense, I can't even blame it on the people that raised them. Listen, hey, sir, because you're a grown-ass man. Sir, if Trump would have not lied and the party that you fuck with try to pretend that this virus, still to this day, is not a big deal, wasn't a big deal, we wouldn't have lost over 1 million people. Maybe we wouldn't have had everything closed down as long as we did. Maybe businesses wouldn't have took a big of a hit that they took if Trump would have took this shit seriously. And your party would have took this shit seriously and gave a fuck about other Americans. But you didn't care. So, but now you're trying to blame Biden for it. Okay, stupid person. You're just a stupid person. And this is why I don't have conversations with people on the right. Because you're stupid. You're just ignorant and you're just stupid. And you're bad human beings. It just is what it is. It just is what it is.
or incidents. It just happened. And the way, during Bush, the World Trade Center was bombed. I mean, those are things that happen to U.S. presidents, right?
I mean, there's a lot that can be looked into all of that, but I don't know. I just think the way the country is now, how bad it is, and yeah, you can say no.
He said, we can look into all that. We have. You have it. What's this we shit? You have it. I know what happened with 9/11. Do you? Do you know we was in a fake, I ain't gonna say it, a fake war where we got bamboozled to go into war by a piece of shit president named George Bush in the Republican Party that bamboozled everybody. Oh, I know why 9/11 happened. I know why they did what they did over here in 9/11. I'm not saying it was okay for them to do it, but I understand why they did it. Because all the bullshit we was doing over there in the Middle East. See, stop saying to me, we need to figure that out. No, you may need to figure that out. See, because everything I'm just saying is actually factual. Because you know why? I already looked into it. Excuse me. I already have did my homework. I know why 9/11 happened. I know why a lot of that shit happened. But all of a sudden, we gotta look into it. No, you gotta look into it. And it's sad that you don't even look into it. Because we lost a lot of our own people because our own government, which is a party that you rock with, that bamboozled the American people. Okay. But, these are very bright individuals. These are very bright people. Okay, cool. Whatever, man. I don't know what the hell you talking about, Dave. China CNN. I don't know what you talking about, man. Bro, Bell, it ain't my birthday today, bro. It's next Tuesday, but I appreciate it though. It's not my birthday today. It's next Tuesday, 16th. But yeah, I appreciate it though. But yeah, we dealing with stupid people.
Yeah, you can say the numbers are going down and whatnot, but yeah, we're getting close to the election. I just think that Trump will bring everything back to the way it should have been, these past 4 years, and that's what it is.
Does President Biden love America?
What is that? Trump gonna bring back what? Listen, people, I'm just gonna be very, very honest about this. Listen, has it always been racial tension in this country? Yes. But not to this blatant as it is in the last, I say 30 years. It hasn't been this blatant. I mean, shit, we had the Rodney King, we had a whole bunch of crazy shit happen, but not to this point. Where for somebody that experienced racism at a young age, right? Even back then, I don't think, and through my years of from then to up to this point, I have never felt like I don't want to be friends with white people that I don't know. I have never felt that way. And I have received racism at the age of 8 years old. Have seen it, experienced it. Got jumped by some skinheads at one point of time when I was in my teens. But I have never thought about not being friends with white people I don't know anymore. Like you know how you like just meet people and you be like trying to befriend them and it's okay to be cordial and nice, but I don't want to be friends with you. Just do you. If I don't fucking know you, die. Wait me, man. Speak high, whatever. You ain't gotta say, you ain't gotta speak to me. I don't really give a fuck at this point. I don't trust white people that I don't know. I'm being dead honest. And it's sad that I feel that way, but I have never felt this way ever in my life. And in 2004, 2024. Honestly, this shit is ridiculous. The racial tension in this country is ridiculous. I don't, listen, it comes to some minorities. I don't even want to be friends with some of y'all. I'm just being honest. Doesn't mean I'm discriminating or no shit like that, or you speak, I won't speak. I speak. I don't want to have conversation. Listen. All right, man. Everybody think I'm being oversensitive. But y'all not seeing what I'm seeing for some odd reason, some of y'all. But if shit go the way I think it may go, you'll see that I was right. I was right the last election. I was right the election before that with Trump. And I'm telling y'all again, if y'all not woke, or y'all not waking the fuck up of what's going on and what y'all seeing, okay, shit get ready to get even worse. We just had a pause with Biden. If you let Trump get in that bitch, you thought shit wasn't right when Trump was in office in 2016. Them 4 years. Okay. Let's move on.
And love America?
I don't think so, no.
Can you turn to the left because you got, is that Trump you have shaved into your head there? What, you love America?
I don't think so, no.
Hold on.
Can you turn to the left because you
I
got,
gotta go back because he said some shit I need y'all here.
That Trump will bring everything back to the way it should have been, these past 4 years, and that's what it is.
does President Biden love America?
I don't think so, no.
Can you turn to the left?
Now, I at least respect that he said, no, I don't think so. At least he don't think that. But I mean, that's probably the easy, I'm gonna say easy, but it's probably the worst question to ask a Trump supporter. Because they're going to assume not just Biden love America. They might think that a motherfucker like me that ain't even a Democrat don't love America. Which I don't. At least I'll be honest about it. No, I don't fucking love America, nigga. My love for something actually means something. Do I think America is the greatest country in the world? No. Do I think we're better than some other countries of what we do have? Yes. But I don't love America. He's a prime example of why I don't. But at least he being honest. He think that Biden don't love America. Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Turn to the left because you got, is that Trump you have shaved into your head there? What, you must really love the guy then, huh?
I mean, I love him. I mean, I care about him because, he loves America and he's different. He's not the regular politician guy. That's what happened. That's why it made me vote for my first time in my life in 2016.
You say he loves America.
What that mean? You've been a racist all your life and you've been stupid all your life. And you knew nothing about politics. And you still don't. I told y'all, it is one thing to pay attention to something, right? But it's another thing to actually know what shit is. See, to know something, you have to research. You have to educate yourself. You have to really know how shit works and what's really going on. If you don't know what's really going on, and you just pay attention to something, doesn't mean shit. I pay attention to a lot of shit. Doesn't mean I know what the fuck really going on. Because I can hear shit, I can see certain things, but that doesn't mean I actually know about it. That's like, listen, people, I'll be honest about it. I'm not a homophobe or no shit like that, right? Listen, I don't know shit really about the gay community. I really genuinely don't. I know some of the basics things. Listen, but I don't. Because it's not an issue for me. I don't give a fuck gay people be gay. I don't give a fuck. I really genuinely don't. That's their life. They ain't harming me. Why I give a fuck? I don't see they harming other people like that. I really don't. The motherfuckers that's actually harming people is the motherfuckers that's in the closet gay. Trying to pretend they ain't gay. Out here raping and molesting children and shit and same-sex motherfuckers. Like, they're the motherfuckers are the issue. But a casual gay person being flamboyant and gay, they ain't out raping nobody. I give a fuck about what they do. Live your life. Do you. Fuck who you want to fuck. Just don't try to fuck me. Because I don't roll that way. That's it. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck who they marry. You know what I mean? Long as they ain't. It was some shit I seen in what is it? Was it San Francisco? It's out there in the Bay Area. Right. And the motherfuckers do a little gay pride parade. And these white dudes, these gay white dudes was out there naked, showing their genitals, peeing and shit. It wasn't no black people doing that. It wasn't no minorities, but you didn't hear Fox News and none of them talking about that shit. I told you, it is even racist people in the gay community. And people don't realize that shit. I'm just trying to tell you. You couldn't see no black gay person doing no shit like that on a national TV, or nobody knew nothing about that in this era, especially in this era, or some minority doing that, peeing in public, you know, nude and shit, walking around. Man, that shit would have been the biggest story. Because even when it comes to the gay shit, they still think that's a black issue. It's not a black issue. It is more gay white people than it is black and minority people put together. These are facts. So I listen, but they always try to push all the bad shit that they don't like on black folks. Nah, fuck out of here. Let's move on.
America, but he broke American law. Does that give you any pause about supporting a felon for president?
No, because it's all a scam with them, about the courts.
Does that give you pause at all, voting for someone who was
Mind you, this is probably the same dude that said that George Floyd probably deserved to die. Was that a conspiracy? How they killed him? Like, these people are unbelievable, bro. What about Rodney King? Oh, I'm sorry. Was the system corrupt? Because I guarantee you they probably thought OJ was guilty too, huh? Even though the law said they wasn't. You know what's so bad about them mad at the law now? They done stole our shit that's actually factual of how we feel about the law, the justice system in America when it comes to black folks. They done stole the shit now. Because that's what they do. They ain't never been through shit that we've been through, but they steal our shit. They don't create nothing. They just steal shit. We done took a word woke and made it what we made it, and then they come in and they steal the word and act like it's a bad thing now. Wow. Boy, only white people can get away with that shit. That's why I said to all my black people, you don't let anybody that ain't black call you a nigga. No, it's still inappropriate. I don't give a fuck. We can use it. We gonna keep saying it because it seems like that's the only thing that can kind of get these motherfuckers in trouble. Or act like, you know, make motherfuckers turn against them. Or seem like it's bad. Because you ain't gonna hijack the N-word. I guarantee you that. You ain't gonna hijack nigga. I'm telling you that now. And you can't say, oh, black people, you can't use the word. Fuck you. We using it. You can't. That's why I tell black people, be proud of saying the motherfucking word and be proud that they can't use it. And you shouldn't allow them to use it. I don't give a fuck if they grew up with you. Don't let no minority, no white person use the word. I don't give a fuck. They don't know us like that. Unless we give you a stamp of approval to use it. But white people, you definitely can't use it. Other minorities is a little different. But white people, you can't use the word. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. You can't use the word. You done took every goddamn thing from black people, took the shit that we created and built and claimed it your own. Now you want to sit there and say, oh, the black people use it. Why we can't? It's in a rap song. We don't give a fuck. We done created hip hop. Y'all made more money off of it than we did. Still to this day. Fuck you talking about? Let's move on, man.
Was convicted of a felony.
Absolutely not. That was a sham trial, and Joe Biden showers with his daughter. So I'd much rather have somebody who has 34 false counts of felony against them than someone who showers with his preceding daughter.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Let's go back.
Absolutely not. That was a sham trial, and Joe Biden showers with his daughter. So I'd much rather have somebody who has 34.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Joe Biden showers with his daughter. Who told you that? What evidence you have of that? Oh, I'm sorry. You probably one of them QAnon motherfuckers. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We dealing with stupidity here, people. We dealing with conspiracy theories. There we go. Now we jumped into the Trump supporters that's with conspiracy theories. The real stupid ones. Their IQ is very low. Because they believe in anything. Shout out to my brother Troy in the building. What up, Troy? Said true. Yeah, man. He said, Joe Biden, I'd rather take a guy that got 34 convicted felons over a dude that showers with his daughter. First of all, let me just say this. Let's just say Joe Biden showers with his teenage daughter. That's a crime. His ass going to jail. Okay, he belong in jail. Cause that's incest and molesting a minor. Right? It's on that whole shit, right? But let's just say Joe Biden, let's go off his stupid narrative. Joe Biden showers with his daughter that's not underage. It's still a crime. It's incest. If I'm not mistaken, in certain states, it's a crime. What are we talking about here, man? Let's move on, man. These people are stupid as shit.
34 false counts of felony against them than someone who showers with his preceding daughter.
Yeah, I don't know that that's part's true, but he does have the 34 counts. If you think it was a sham, what about the Hunter Biden trial? Do you think that was a sham?
First of all, it ain't no, I don't think it's true, or that I don't think that's true. It ain't true. Listen, ain't nothing true until you can prove something. People think whatever the fuck they want. I think a lot of shit, but that don't make it true. No, it ain't true. I ain't never heard no shit. I ain't even never heard of no shit like that. Cause no one, I don't be on QAnon and all that right-wing nut job shit. So maybe he heard that. I guarantee he heard that from over there, but I ain't never heard no shit like that about Biden. Now, I have heard Biden is a touchy-feely motherfucker, you know, hugging motherfuckers and touching people too much. I heard that, but I haven't heard him shouting with his preteen daughter. What? you notice these people always come up with some shit that they normally, it's something that probably happened in their family or probably happened to them by one of their own family members. I'm guarantee you, it's like a deflection. It's like some shit that happened to them or they have seen before. And so they creating this false narrative about somebody else. Listen, people, that's like me saying, listen, I believe Trump is very attracted to his daughter, right? The oldest one, Ivanka, right? But that ain't why I'm mad at Trump, because I think that. It got nothing to do with that. That's me being petty in a way, right? But I can't say that shit for true. Like I think that's true. No. I feel that way. A little too close. Shit look a little weird to me. But I don't know that for a fact. I can't even think that for a fact. Like I can't even really, like, I think that, like, that's a fact. I think, as far as what I think, that's a fact. Like, no. Shit just look a little weird. It make me kind of be like, hey, man, this dude is a little too close. Listen, people, I love my daughter to death, right? Used to give her baths. Yeah, I think my daughter was probably about around 5 was the last time I gave her a bath. Out of that, nigga, she bathed herself. Put a towel on. Take your ass. I'll run your bath water, but I ain't washing you. Because I thinking, you know, from she was getting in the bath like around 4 or 5. I remember my wife taught her, well, my wife kind of really taught her how to wash, but, you know, she knew how to wash herself. Nigga, you is a certain, it's about 4 or 5 years old. You don't be, it's a limit on that shit for a dad. Like, my wife don't even wash my daughter. Like you get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? But it's a certain age line that you don't do shit with your daughter. Like, it was present time I used to be in the bathroom taking a piss and keep the door open. You can't do that now. She's too old for you to be pissing with the door open. Now, automatically, I shut the door when I take that number 2. But that's with anything. But when I was pissing and shit, she was like, hey, I'll tell her, get out of here. Daddy, take a pee. Get out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now, nigga, I'm cautious now where I gotta shut the damn door now. I ain't had to do that. It's just me and my wife. I ain't had to do that shit. So you gotta get in the routine of doing that shit. Like, yo, come on, man. People be deflecting on who they kind of are. Let's move on.
Was a sham as well.
Absolutely not. There was video evidence of his sister-in-law throwing the gun into the dumpster, and it was his gun, but cocaine residue found on the holster. So not a sham trial.
Question as to why that one wasn't a sham and the first one was. Whatever you think of the other potential trials he's going to.
Now, mind you, that was in a Democrat state. I think it was Delaware. That shit was ran by a Delaware attorney. I mean, ran by the Biden administration. They try to say with Trump shit, and it was a federal charge. So it was ran by Biden federal people. So if he going to be corrupt here with Trump, why he not going to be corrupt with his son to get him off? Because if I'm corrupt like that, nigga, I'm not trying to let my son get arrested or get charged. Hey, cut that shit. No, don't charge my damn son. If I'm corrupt like that, like, none of this shit makes any sense. Oh, it was on video. So what? If I'm corrupt, it doesn't matter what's on video. I tell you, the justice, the police system, or the system is corrupt. Y'all ain't never believe black people, and the shit is on video. You still don't. Some of y'all. So what the fuck? But anyway, let's move on.
He's going to have to face that one. Seemed to have enough evidence to get 12 of our peers to convict him.
Well, the SEC refused to press charges against Trump for the same issue, and they're the ones that have jurisdiction over that matter.
Both do, but you're right.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Right. The federal government refused to press charges, and the federal government only press charges if they feel they can get a conviction, and they feel like they can get a conviction, so they didn't press charges against them.
Well, they deferred, actually.
Listen, first of all, the one thing he said that is partly true. If the federal government don't feel that they have a case like to get you, they won't prosecute you because I don't know if it's an arrogant thing, I don't know what it is, but the feds is just different. They won't charge you if they feel like you got a better case than they have to get off. They really don't take risks like that, right? But what the feds would do, if you commit a crime in the state, they will send that case down to the state though, because the feds don't want to look like, they want to keep their percentage of conviction rate, right? Listen, I don't understand it. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't understand it. I understand it very well. I just don't like that they do that, but they do it, right? But they will send that bitch down to the state and let the state take a crack at it. Honestly. They will take that shit down and let the state do it. And that's what happened to Trump. That's what happened to Trump. And I believe on a federal level, because it's it's ran by a Democratic AG, I believe he didn't want to show bias because that's what type of fucking AG we got, the top attorney general in the fucking whole country. He, I don't want to seem biased. Fuck that. If he committed a crime, I believe all evidence I seen, they had a motherfucking case. They was trying to not be biased, so they sent that shit down to the state so they could, so a lot of that shit can, not be on them. But at the end of the day, they still blaming Biden. They still blaming the federal government. So I mean, like, what the fuck? They had enough evidence on the federal, everything that they had in the state, the federal government had. Because the federal government sent them that case, all the information, all the evidence that they needed to convict Trump. So why y'all couldn't do it on the federal level? See, that's what I don't like about the fucking federal government. Well, I don't like about this administration. Like, they want to see that they're not biased. If he committed a fucking crime, I don't give a fuck if the other side look at it as biased or not. It shouldn't matter. Can we look at it as, hey, Joe Biden probably could have, can we look at it like Joe Biden could have stopped that his son not get convicted or getting charges filed against him? If that's the case, if shit's so corrupt, should have did that? But I think Biden pushed it. Biden probably told AG, hey man, y'all do what y'all got to do, man. Because I don't want to seem like I'm biased trying to go at the Trump. So take my son. Even though he did commit a crime, but it's very rare that the federal government in Hunter Biden case charges a motherfucker for doing that. But we in a different type of time now with this administration and just this country, period, that the fucking federal government, they charge him with that bullshit. And I'm Hunter Biden. I'm like, yo, man, what the plea deal is? You know what I think is a conspiracy, and this is a conspiracy from me. I believe Joe Biden told him, "You're gonna have to take this L for me. Don't fight it. They're gonna convict you, but fight it. If you take the plea deal, then they're gonna backlash on me." But this shit still backfired. It's just weird shit going on in this country, man. But anyway, let's move on.
Deferred actually to New York, right? Which is what they do in practice.
State issue.
But okay, well, it happened in New York, and that becomes a state issue, right? And so I think that
Actually, that's not true, stupid. And he said it too, but he's got the, because he had to think about it, so he kind of like bummed it a little bit. It is a state issue. It happened in the state of New York. He wasn't president. So you can't say, it's like, all right, on a federal or state level, well, on a federal level, the federal government can't charge Trump with a crime. But on a state level, if he committed a state level crime, they can charge him. If I ain't mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but they can charge him if he's still a president. He committed a state crime, they can still charge him. But I think he's just protected because he is the president, and he can't, as the state tried to come get him with the federal government get there, it's like this clash will happen. Right? So they usually, the state usually don't fuck with the president until the president leave. That's why people keep acting like, oh, why they ain't charge Trump when he was the president? They didn't charge him as the president because the simple fact it had been a clash with the federal government and the state. And that shit could have went way left. So, and like I said, it was a different type of attorney general in New York. Right? So, you got crooked Democrats too. You know what I mean? That ain't willing to take that risk. So, you got to think about shit like that. But yeah, but it happened under the state. The state can charge you with some shit if you do something in their state. They're not the federal government. They got it's a state thing. That's why it's church of state. Nigga, like it's different. You got the federal government. If they don't charge, the state can't. It's almost like prime example, right? It was like the Breonna Taylor shit. The state did not charge them cops in the state on the state level. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna do that. I do the Derek Chauvin shit that killed god damn it. Got convicted of killing George Floyd. He got charged with state. They arrested his ass first on a state level. The feds didn't have to touch it if they didn't want to. Honestly, they really didn't have to charge him. But then the feds came in and said, no, we gonna charge his ass too. Because what the feds is, they like cases that they can convict people. So that's part of what that was. It was like, shit, if the state did it and we gonna use their evidence and put out shit with this, we came up with, yeah, we can charge him too. That's how he got charged on a federal level. The same shit that happened in the Ahmaud Arbery case. Same shit. That was a state shit. That wasn't a federal shit. Then the motherfuckers went to the federal level and got more years. I just keep trying to tell y'all it's a difference. But the problem is, a lot of these people pretend they know what's really going on and they don't. But let's move on.
And so I think the Fed said that this really isn't a federal crime, it's a state crime. You're wearing a shirt with his picture on it. That's his mugshot picture when he surrendered to the police. And underneath it, it says, never surrender, but that's the day he surrendered. Why is there pride in a felon president?
You believe he's a felon?
Well, I mean, I'm saying by law he is. He was convicted. That's what.
But when you look at that trial, the whole trial thing, the judge, he basically said,
Time out. Let me just say that. He said you think he a felon or whatever. Listen, I would, if I was the dude that was interviewed, I'd have asked the dude, do you think OJ is guilty? See, these are the questions you gotta ask. See, if they don't think Trump is guilty about whatever they little conspiracy they want to bring up, because he's bringing up the judge and his daughter and Shea Gray bring up, I'd ask them, was OJ innocent then? Because if we going to do this conspiracy shit of the government went after Trump, but did the government let off OJ? Because I gotta look this back up. I think it was a state case. I don't think the federal government came in. Because what OJ did, what they charged him with, that shit could have been a federal charge as well. So what what he was charged with, that could have been a federal charge too. So I think that was a state case. So why didn't the federal government come in and do anything? I told y'all they're picking and choosing what's real and what's not. And they almost making a mockery of what black people be talking about, a two-tiered justice system. They're making a mockery of it. They steal out shit and then they make a mockery of it. It's like the whole woke shit. Everything, like anything we do, they make a mockery of it. And now they talk about the DEI shit. All that shit they're making a mockery of it. But let's move on. Let's go back a little bit. Hold on, let's go back.
Picture when he surrendered to the police, and underneath it says never surrender, but that's the day he surrendered. Why is there pride in a felon president?
you believe he's a felon?
Well, I mean, I'm saying by law he is. He was convicted. That's what.
But when you look at that trial, the whole trial thing, the judge, he basically said, don't go off of the evidence, go off of your heart, which is basically saying,
First of all, no judge. Listen, first of all, that is a lie. That is a fucking lie. First of all, if any judge tells any jurors of that, any juror, don't go off of the evidence, go off of your heart. People, it is automatically when the defense, if they get convicted or if they not, the defense say they get found not guilty, right? But the judge said that. You know he can sue the judge, he can sue the system. No judge, I don't give a fuck how racist they are or how biased they may be. No judge would ever say that. You have never heard that. You have never heard that. You ain't hear that in the OJ trial or any trial. Like, no judge would say that. Go off of your heart and study the evidence. Who the fuck? Dude. This is why I got a disdain for Republican people. You just be lying, or you just too stupid. You just believe in stupidity. Like Republicans and Trump, y'all just stupid as fuck. Like, yo, when have you heard that? That judge did not say that. You haven't never heard that. First of all, if that judge would have said that, that shit would have been on mainstream media, regardless if it was a left wing or right wing. But you ain't even heard that on a right wing mainstream media shit that said that. That I heard. Now, the Republican dark web or something, Republicans shit on the internet, maybe have said some stupid shit like that. The conspiracy QAnon shit, but that judge has never said that. And I'm telling you, yo, if I'm certain judges and shit, whoever comes out, I don't give a fuck if it's QAnon and these stupid people. Freedom of speech is one thing, but I still can sue the fuck out you because you're trying to discrediting my reputation that I would say some shit like that. I can't be trusted as a judge. You fucking my shit up. I would sue the shit out of this dude and sue QAnon or whoever else say it to make a fucking point. Like, just don't be making up shit and lying on people. That's a definition. That's a definition suit. Like you can't do that. Why are you lying? That judge never said no shit like that. I ain't never heard a judge ever say that. Man, we live in a twilight zone, man. This shit is unbelievable. You can't make this shit up. But I guess you can make this shit up because these people just making up all types of crazy shit. Let's take a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. God damn. All right, people, we're back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building, people. Make sure you guys share the videos, man, to keep the movement pushing, all right? Let's get back into it, man. We just, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand how people just can just believe in shit that ain't got no facts to it. I don't understand that shit. But anyway, let's move on, man.
Man, like, if you don't like this guy, vote him as guilty. And the judge's daughter is literally selling Joe Biden merch at the same time as this trial is going on. If that doesn't sound rigged to you, like the election was in 2020.
You think the election was rigged?
Oh, 100%.
What makes you say that?
What makes me say that? Maybe the fact that whenever Trump was like all these thousands of votes up, they said, "Oh, we're having problems counting. Let's pause this."
Right, but that's because there were so many mail-in ballots because of the
Why
pandemic.
was there so many?
The pandemic, because people didn't want to vote in person.
But every one of these mail-in ballots was Democrat.
Well, that's not so.
That's not true. And then, like, you arguing with somebody that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This motherfucker say, well, all the mail-in ballots was for Democrats. All right, man. Well, we supposed to actually have a conversation with these type of people because they somehow American citizens, and so we supposed to just have conversations with them about real shit. They don't even believe in real reality. They don't believe in facts. They just believe in shit that's just getting made up. Listen, what this idiot doesn't know that Trump and a lot of politicians, even their family members, do mail-in ballots. It is very rare that politicians go out and vote personally because they're busy. So that's why they do mail-in ballots. We've been having mail-in ballots for decades now. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? The pandemic wasn't all of a sudden people did mail-in ballots. Like all of a sudden they just did mail-in ballots. No. It was a pandemic going on. A lot of people were sick or had some type of sickness that where they didn't want to be infected by COVID because it would affect them. So they was like, and they didn't trust people, like stupid people like him that didn't want to wear masks. And so people like, fuck that, man. Hey, we doing mail-in ballots. That's how that goes, bro. It wasn't no conspiracy. God damn, everything ain't a goddamn conspiracy. Some shit just make common sense. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. Yes, was it more Democratic people that probably did mail-in ballots? Yes. But it wasn't only Democrats that did mail-in ballots, motherfucker. And even in the history of mail-in ballots, it was probably equal or a little high percentage for Republicans or Democrats. And it depends what cycle of the voting. People work. So a lot of people did mail-in ballots. What the fuck are you talking? Couldn't take off the vote. That's been happening for a long goddamn time in this country. Like, what is wrong? No, man. Let's move on, man. We're amongst the stupid. We're amongst the stupid people. We're amongst the stupid. All Republicans and Trump supporters are the stupid people. I'm honestly saying this. Y'all, listen. Y'all are the stupid people. And there's no way impossible that y'all think this way. Honestly. No way impossible. No way impossible. It's no way. You just stupid people. I don't care what y'all saying. Because y'all just dumb. It's easy to debunk y'all stupidity with facts. I'm not just making this shit up because, I'm a Democrat. I'm not even a fucking Democrat. I can't make this shit up. These are facts. Y'all, the Republican Party and the Trump supporters, they all won. But y'all don't even care about facts anymore. So how do I supposed to hear what y'all saying or try to understand what y'all talking about if you don't even believe in facts anymore? Even if it's a fact, that's a conspiracy. All right, bro. Let's move on, man.
That's not what.
That's not so. They weren't all.
It was almost every mail-in ballot was almost for Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's not so, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm more asking if you would, if you said you thought it was rigged. That's your position.
I know.
Would you?
It's not. I thought. I know it was rigged.
Well, neither of us. Okay. The courts.
Fact? No.
You don't know shit. First of all, you don't know that because of the simple fact that you're a conspiracy theorist. So you don't know shit. That's number one. Then number two, did you read every ballot? Did you see every ballot around the United States of America? No, you didn't. Stupid. So you don't know that for a fact. Okay? Now, as somebody that live in reality, right? We have by law, by the government that was controlled under Trump. If you want to do this whole control shit about Biden had control of the government, it was Trump controlled government. He was the head guy of the country. Came to find out, people that even voted for Trump said that he was lying. We talking about judges here that voted for Trump, Trump put him in office. On a federal level, what are you talking about? So was they corrupt? Man, let's move on, man. Let's move on, man. Shit's easy work.
Okay, that's okay. If it's a fact, let's leave it at that. What is it that excites you about President Trump?
His business economics, like his business lifestyle, and
But ma'am, can I ask you?
Time out. We got a sister here looking stupid as a bitch. But anyway, this bitch says, she asked her, what you like about Trump? His business economics. Let's go back.
The courts.
Fact? No.
Okay, that's okay. If it's a fact, let's leave it at that. What is it that excites you about President Trump?
his business economics, like his business lifestyle, and
But ma'am,
She said business economics and business lifestyle. Lady, before Trump got in office, because you ain't a sister of mine, but, you know, as this supposed to be a black woman, right? Because it can't take your blackness away from you because you're still black. You're still a nigga. Lady, before Trump got in office, Trump was already scheming people. He already had a lawsuit against him and lost. But yeah, he lost the lawsuit of scamming people out of their money. That where he can't, even before all the other shit that y'all we seeing now, he can't do any type of what you call it, like a charity event. He can't do a charity event in New York City. That's why Trump talked so bad about New York, because he got convicted before he became president of fraud. He's a scammer, ma'am. Even before that, let's go farther back. Trump was in Atlantic City and got sued and lost because he didn't pay workers that helped build his casino and a lot of other things that was going on. This happened, man. He was a schemer. He was a scam artist. He's still a scam artist, but he was a scam artist. He took advantage of. That's why when people talk about like, oh, Trump is about, you know, the working class people. He got sued by the working class people and lost before he was even thought about being the president. Way before. So when was he ever about the working class? He was scamming businesses. They do the job for him. He would scam them, wouldn't pay him. These are facts. Lady, what are you talking about? Hey, man. Excuse me. This shit ain't right, man. And what I mean by this shit ain't right because we have stupid black people. This black woman is sitting here telling us about Trump business accolades. The man has scammed his way to his position. We know this for a fact. We know this for a fact. And you're saying, that's what I like about him. Man, before you probably knew anything about Trump, his daddy and him would allow your black ass back in the 80s to even buy one of his so-called economic businesses to even live at. He got sued for that by the government. This motherfucker been a felon to me. He been discriminating. Lady, are you stupid? Fuck being woke. Bitch, read something. Google something. Do research on a motherfucker you sitting here praising you know nothing about. Come on. I like him because his economics, his business economics. What the fuck? His bitch in the 80s, your black ass, he wouldn't allow you to live in his apartments because of the color of your skin. Even though he could make money off of you if you lived in this building. He wouldn't allow your black ass to do that. Or people that look like you, bitch. What are you talking about? That's why I listen. I don't understand black Trump supporters to a certain extent. You can't keep telling me that man ain't no racist. You can't tell me that because I can just prove one thing, that he's a racist. One thing. Nobody changes like that over years. They don't. Over decades, they don't. Sorry, that shit is in them. His daddy was a racist. His daddy was a Klan member. He used to go to Klan rallies. His daddy used to go to those. These are factual shits. And you're telling me that somehow he changed in 10 years? Listen. Shout out to his niece. Trump niece. Like I said, I would, if my family, I knew that certain shit about my family, and no, I'm gonna leave it alone. Because that I'm being real petty now. But yeah, man, this sister need to sit her ass down with her dumb ass get up she got on. Let's go back.
For Joe Biden.
That's not so, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm more asking if you would you know, if you said you thought it was rigged, that's your position.
I know.
Would you
It's not I thought. I know it was rigged.
Well, neither of us. Okay, the
It's
courts.
a fact? No.
Okay, that's okay. If it's a fact, let's leave it at that. What is it that excites you about President Trump?
His business economics, his business lifestyle, and
But ma'am, can I ask you, like, he was just convicted of a felony in court because of the way he conducted business, in a sense, bookkeeping and you know, covering something up. Does that give you pause at all?
no, it doesn't, because I don't know much about it, and it just kind of looked like they may have tried to frame him or pin it on him, because it's like how
What we doing here, Pop? You don't know nothing about it, but you got an opinion on it. You got a nerve to get on a platform and speak, and you know you're gonna be. This shit's gonna be on video. It's gonna be out there for the world to see. But then you got a nerve to sit out here and talk about, I don't know nothing about it, but I believe. Which your belief what? Your opinion is what? You know nothing about it. You admit it. You don't know shit about it. You don't know shit. So, man, let me explain something to you. Since you don't know shit about it, your opinion don't mean shit. How about that, bitch? I'm sick of these stupid ass people. I'm sick of them. I don't know nothing about it, but I got an opinion about it. Shut the fuck up. Shut your dumb ass up. You don't have an opinion on it. I mean, you don't know nothing about it, but you got an opinion on it. Shut your dumb ass up. You sound dumb. How you gonna have an opinion on something you don't know nothing about? And I know we live in times where people think that shit is cool and it's okay to do. You know nothing about nothing, but you got an opinion. Oh, I'm sick of you stupid son of a bitches. You know nothing about it. You don't know any research. You didn't do no homework on it, but you got an opinion. Fuck your opinion. Soon that bitch would have told me how to cut her ass off. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know nothing then. Bye. How you gonna give me an opinion about something you know nothing about? Tell me how this making any sense to y'all. I don't know nothing, but I got an opinion. All right, man. Let's move on, man.
it's like, how come that didn't occur prior to the election? Like them seeking them out for those offenses prior to the election. So I don't know. It just
Ma'am, the reason that I hate when I had to explain, well, let me say hate. I don't like when I had to explain to people. Listen, ma'am, the reason that didn't happen was because of the simple fact that they were still building the case. And about time the case, they got everything that they needed, Trump was already in office. Even Michael Cohen, the only reason that Michael Cohen got arrested was because of the fact he wasn't really a part of the Trump administration. You notice everybody that was a part of the Trump administration really didn't get charged until after election or right before, when they had a lot of evidence to get these motherfuckers. Man, a case doesn't happen like that. As a black person, you should know better than that. I believe, no lie to y'all, I believe black people know more about the law than they pretend. Some don't. But a lot of black people know how the law works, know how the system works. And for this woman, you got to be ignorant to the system in a way then. Because you know damn well it takes a little minute. The fuck out of here. Especially when it's a powerful person or it's a powerful politician. They gotta take their time on that shit. They just can't rush in there like they do us regular folks. You ignorant bitch. Move on.
I don't know, it just seems kind of fishy. And I feel like in life, majority of people do things wrong, and I just feel like it's not something necessarily like that we have
Do you
to.
think the majority of the people do things wrong?
Let me just say this. A lot of people do a lot of shit wrong. I said this before. I believe shit I do, y'all do, everybody probably commit a crime a day. Is it a crime that we always get caught for? No. Is it a crime that motherfuckers you should get arrested on? No. Some people commit crimes and don't even know they committing a crime. So yes, that happens. The difference is, ma'am, when you intentionally doing some shit to commit a crime. That man intentionally committed a crime and knew it was a crime. It's a difference, man. Yes, people commit crimes. Some people, it's a percentage of people that don't know that they commit crimes. It's some people that commit crimes every day and probably good individual people. But we commit crimes because we ain't perfect. We ain't perfect. But when you are intentionally committing crimes, why are we feeling sorry for you? Listen, people, I always say this. When I was out committing crimes like I used to, right? I was intentionally doing it. Now, did I know the full consequences of it? I was probably ignorant to it, but I knew I was committing a crime when I was out in them streets. Get the fuck out of here. That's why, listen, I never feel sorry for myself of a lot of the fucking criminality shit or the system or how it did me back in the day. I never feel sorry about that. Because I knew. Regardless of what my reason was for it, I knew better. Did I know the full consequences of it? Hell no. But I knew I was committing crimes. I tell you that shit. You know why? Because every time I was committing a crime, I ran from the police. That's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. Shout out to that nigga Pac in the back. God rest his soul. But I knew. That's why when people ask me, do I regret a lot of the shit that I used to do? Listen, I don't regret the consequences of the shit that I received. I regret of bringing that poison and hurt to my people. Of course, I regret that. But I don't regret the consequences of a lot of shit that I've been, like, that happened to me. I don't regret none of that. That shit came with the game. And the only reason I say it come with the game, what I mean by that is, I knew a lot of that shit came with it. I knew the consequence. I knew, I ain't gonna say I knew fully the full consequences of it, but I knew some of the consequences that came with it, and I was okay of doing it in my own ignorant ass way. But I knew it was wrong, but I did it. That's why I tell y'all a lot of times, people be thinking I be tripping when I say this. I don't be feeling sorry for niggas to be in the street. I don't. Now, if some niggas ignorant to the full consequences of shit, yes. But every motherfucker that does criminal shit, unless they mentally ill, right? Then you gotta second guess that. But a lot of motherfuckers that do a lot of criminality shit, they know what the fuck they're doing. And for me, as a person that takes self-responsibility for his actions and his life, you know, shit that happened in my life in the past and still to this day, nigga, I take responsibility for it. Now, should a lot of the police brutality should have happened and all that shit? Probably not. But I knew that was part of the game. It was like, until I got older, I didn't know what bullying was. I didn't know what that shit was. Where I come from, I mean, you getting your ass whipped, you getting your ass whipped, or if you don't fight back, you're a punk. I didn't think about it was, you know, motherfuckers bullying me. I didn't think it like that, because that's not how shit was in the streets, and that's how it is in the streets. I didn't grow up in this good community where people get bullied in school. No, nigga, I grew up in the motherfucking streets. I grew up in the community of the streets. So I didn't look at shit as bullying. Now that I'm older, I look at it, yeah, it probably was bullying. But still, for me, it was street shit. You get punked, you fight back, or you get rolled the fuck over. That's the streets. People gotta, I wish people would really just understand how shit really, how reality really works. People do a lot of victim blaming, right? Like, not victim blaming, but people be playing victim too much. Like, yo, my life was hard. It was fucked up. I get it. I deal with it every day, right? Even though that shit happened to me so many years ago, but it mentally fuck you up. But I can't take that shit out on the world right now. Only thing I can do is be a better person and keep fighting to do better, and make sure the next person don't have to go through that, or this next generation or the generation before me or after me don't have to go through that. That's my purpose. But I can't feel sorry for myself. My life is what it is, bro. A part of how fucked up my life is, and I speak about it all the time to y'all, it's part of who I am. That's why I am compassion. I have compassion for others. I have compassion for things that people may not have compassion for. That's why I don't have hate in my heart like a lot of people may have. Because I genuinely understand it. And I'm not a victim to this shit. Especially when you when you have educated yourself to knowing why shit happened, you kind of stop, you push away from being a victim. But shit still was fucked up, but I'm good now. Not fully good, but I'm good. Mentally, no. I ain't mentally fully good, but how I, move in life, I'm good. That mental shit, I gotta figure that shit out for myself and help try to fix that shit myself. I can't depend on anybody to help me fix my mental. That's some shit I got to do. You know what I mean? And continue to work on. I can't blame others for that. But it is what it is. Let's move on.
Half. Probably half. No one's perfect. Yeah.
Tell me what happened. Tell me what. You were on the list,
I have 2 tickets actually.
and then they kicked you out.
Well, at first they said it was because my shirt was against Trump. And I said, okay, if you have a shirt for me, I'll change. I'll do it. I don't really care. And then they were like, well, go over here. And they kind of shuffled me around.
Who was it that did that?
A bunch of, like, guys with Trump shirts. I don't really know.
Uh, yeah. Are you pro Trump or not pro Trump?
I mean,
All right, asked and answered.
yeah.
And
But
what
let
was
me
it
let
that-
me say this: when people, I don't like this shit that people troll. Listen, you're just moving around doing shit because you have listen, that's why I don't protest. I have to have a reason of why I'm protesting. Right? Even if it's I'm physically doing it, like in the streets or whatever, protesting, which I won't do. But or economically wise, so I don't spend my money and shit like that for shit. Like, it's a reason I have to do it. I just don't do shit to troll people. That shit is just weird to me. I don't know why people do it. It's just weird. But anyway, she's a weirdo. I don't know what the fuck going on with her. Let's move on.
What was it that made you come out to do that?
I live in Philly and I thought it would be interesting. I just wanted to see Trump.
Did you think about joining the counter protest across the street or the protest across the street?
I walk by, but I'm just kind of people watching.
Yeah. What is it that you really don't like about Trump?
First of all, man, I don't even know what people watching is. Unless you want to call people watching it trolling. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, and she's not a Trump supporter. I don't know what the fuck this bitch is. She's just a weirdo. I'm just being dead honest about it. But anyway, let's move on.
He's kind of unprofessional. He's kind of childish, it seems. I don't follow politics very closely, so I
Right,
won't
but
say
that's what
anything
I'm
on-
saying. You don't follow politics very closely. Basically means you don't know nothing about politics. So I asked her in the first beginning. She says, "I just wanted to come see Trump for what? You ignorant bitch. What are you doing? You sound dumb. You doing dumb shit. So at the end of the day, you just dumb. What is going on in America? Let's move on, man.
anything on like his anything specifically other than like he doesn't seem like the best guy.
Is the goth community? Are you part of the goth community here in Philly?
I mean, not really. Kind of.
Yeah.
I'd say more like alternative, but I admire the goth community.
And are they pretty much unified against Trump?
I don't know. I feel like most would agree that Trump isn't the best.
Listen, lady, you're a disgrace, and this is what we dealing with. I don't understand. I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't understand. Why are you out there? I don't understand. What is your purpose? And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I have to have a purpose while I'm out doing something. I just do. I don't just do shit just to be doing it. I have to have a purpose. But all right, people. Hold on. Maybe I didn't get that. Hold on. I did get it. Hold on. This next clip to show you how deranged Trump supporters are. That's how deranged they are. We got a black so-called conservative person in South Carolina that is running for president. And I don't even know what to say about this shit, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best, y'all. But this is what the conservative party is. You heard the stupid, but now you're hearing. Now I'm gonna let y'all hear the stupid. We heard the stupid, but we gonna hear the people that actually has some type of intelligence in a way you can say, right? Because that's overrated to me. Intelligence is overrated to me at this point. That it's just people that are just bad human beings. This is a bad human being. Let's listen to this.
Are you personally concerned about the former president's threats against you should he be reelected?
Of course. I think anyone who's on his enemies list should be concerned because.
What scares you most? What concerns you most?
Well, what concerns me the most is what the court just did was to basically tell Donald Trump, you can do anything through the Justice Department. You can do anything through the military. These are core responsibilities of the President of the United States. You will have unquestioned immunity for whatever you do.
That's Congressman Adam Schiff.
And let me just say this: what the court did actually did do some shit that is bullshit, but this is why I keep telling everybody strap up. I don't give a fuck you send the feds here. I forgot the dude's name. I forgot his name. Out in Los Angeles, name. I forgot his name. It began with a D. I forgot his name. But it was a dude that was a former military person. Came home, served for the police department. Excuse me, in Los Angeles. And it was being racist to him. And he went on a motherfucking killing spree. And that all came from our system. They created him. They created a motherfucking serial killer. They created a domestic terrorist motherfucker. Excuse me, not bad people. But yeah, they created that. Fuck damn that. They created him. And he went on a motherfucking killing spree. And I just say to all racist white people and Republicans and MAGA people, okay. That's why I tell y'all to strap up, get y'all guns and ammo. Because they're going to try it again. That January 6th shit, that was just a warm-up. You think the police is cruel now? I haven't even talked about too many cruel incidents about the police. Y'all noticed that, right? Because I don't trust law enforcement at all. But it's some shit. If Trump get in office, it's some shit going to come. Even if he doesn't get in office, it's going to be some shit that comes. And y'all got to be very, very, listen, I ain't even gonna say just being aware, but y'all got to be real. Listen, like I said, I'm different from everybody, man. I'm willing to die for my shit. I'm willing to die for my beliefs. I don't know if some of y'all are willing to die. So, I can't tell y'all what to do or nothing like that. I just try to get you prepared for shit that's very possible that's going to happen. I could be wrong about this, but I guarantee you if Trump lose or win, it will be an issue in this country. Even if Trump loses, it's going to be an issue. And you have to be very aware of shit. But anyway, let's move on. Let's hear how crazy Trump supporters really are. But this motherfucker is actually a elected. He's trying to be elected. He's actually a pastor, but trying to be an elected official in South Carolina. South Carolina, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. The black folks down there, this nigga should be shunned. But anyway, let's move on.
Schiff yesterday on the disgraced ex-president's personal threats against him, further emboldened now by the United States Supreme Court's immunity decision. It is part of a terrifying and growing trend, the mainstreaming of open calls for political violence under the rhetorical air cover provided by the disgraced ex-president. On Sunday, the Republican nominee for North Carolina's governor, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, in remarks given at a church, said this, quote, "Some folks need killing." Take a look.
We now find ourselves struggling with people who have evil intents. You know, there's a time when we used to meet evil on the battlefield, and guess what we did to it? We killed it. Some liberal somewhere is going to say that sounds awful. Too bad. Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it.
Those comments come on the heels of sitting Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito, who was recorded in a conversation.
Let me just say this. Y'all heard what that man said. Y'all heard what he said. Let me do something. Let me go back so y'all can hear more of what he said. Hold on. Cause I need y'all to hear what this man said. They just showed a little clip of it. Let me give you the full clip of what this dude said. Hold on. I think I got it. Hold on. Not the full clip, but it's a bigger clip. I'm trying to get the damn clip. Let me give y'all the whole full clip. Hold on. I want y'all to hear what this dude said.
Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. You know, there's a time when we used to meet evil on the battlefield, and guess what we did to it? We killed it. We didn't quibble about it. We didn't argue about it. We didn't fight about it. We killed it. When the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, what did we do? We flew to Japan.
Sir, people that look like you were slaves. People like you ain't had no rights. The hell you talking about? What you mean we? What's this we shit? Even when we went back and fought the Nazis, we wasn't free as black people. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? But anyway, let's move on.
And we killed the Japanese army and navy. We didn't even quibble about it. I didn't start this fight, you did. You wanted to be left alone, you should have left me alone. We didn't argue and capitulate and talk about, well, maybe we shouldn't fight the Nazis that hard.
Ask them about this. Did this nigga serve? Do you fight racism in this country, or do you side with it? The biggest enemy to black Americans is racist white people. These are facts. And they use Negroes like you to come at us too, as well. Because you're a house nigga. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What's this we shit? We ain't one, nigga. Okay, cool. Let's move on.
That hard. No, they're bad. Kill it. Some liberal somewhere is going to say that sounds awful. Too bad.
Listen, sir, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal, sir. As a black man, you're a black person, right? I wouldn't call you a man. You're just a black person. As a black man, I think what you saying is horrible and fucked up. And you have no respect for what the fuck you're talking about. Because all the shit you brung up, black people didn't have rights. We wasn't no different than any other minority. All them wars you brung up, we was not treated equal in a country that you trying to sit here and be loved. You ignorant piece of shit. And still to this day is racism in the military. What are you talking about, motherfucker? In society in America, it's still racism, even though you want to ignore it because you hanging around all them white folks and trying to act like them and be like them and talk that racist language. You still a nigga to them. But I guess you haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, let's move on.
Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it. Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need.
You said some folks need killing. All right, bro. Mind you, this is a man of God. That was a man of God. Told you he's a man of God. He in a church saying that. He in a church saying that shit. Let me go back. He a man of God. So, well, supposed to be a man of God. He ain't no man of God. He's out there scamming them people. And mind you, everybody that's sitting behind him, probably in that audience, is probably white. More white than you. There ain't even no sprinkle of black people in there. Because he a sellout. Anyway, let's move on.
Further emboldened now by the United States Supreme Court's immunity decision, it is part of a terrifying and growing trend, the mainstreaming of open calls for political violence under the rhetorical air cover provided by the disgraced ex-president. On Sunday, the Republican nominee for North Carolina's governor, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, in remarks given at a church, said this, quote, "Some folks need killing." Take a look.
We now find ourselves struggling with people who have evil intents. You know, it was a time when we used to meet evil on the battlefield, and guess what we did to it?
Let me say this. You're talking about the battlefield with some people, right? But what happens in war? The war you want to bring up. Innocent Japanese people died. Did you give a fuck about that? Do you even care about that? No, you don't. Don't lecture us about war, bitch. You don't care about innocent people. So who the fuck? And you supposed to be a man of the cloth. You supposed to be a man of God. We went there. We killed them. We killed them. But you're a man of the cloth. Really, nigga? And you're a black man, too. So, when our people was in Jim Crow, before the Civil Rights era, and when we were slaves, some of us supposed to got killed then, too, huh? Huh, nigga? You ignorant piece of shit. Let's move on.
Some liberal somewhere is going to say that sounds awful. Too bad. Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it.
And let me just say this on real talk, because I believe in a God. I believe in God. I believe in a higher spirit. I don't believe in religion. Let me tell you something that I do know. These people that play around with God's name, even play around with religion, there's consequences for them. We just don't see it. Because when they go, nigga, they gotta deal with that man. They gotta deal with the high power that they set here on earth, that he created. And they set here, right? And they used his name in an irresponsible way and created violence and all that shit of what God does not stand for. Now, people, I could be wrong about that. Because like I said, I'm a spiritual man. I don't know if the God that I believe in, my spiritual God, is real. Don't know that for sure. Not 100%. But for when the life I've been living, almost 43 years, next week, God willing, I'll be 43. My life, I have seen the consequences and karma of motherfuckers playing around with God and playing around with that high power man that I'm talking about. I done seen people play around with him, and there's consequences with that. That's why I don't play with God. That's why, even my spiritual God, I don't play with that. I don't wish harm on motherfuckers with God. And I don't name him if I'm on some bullshit I'm on, or I'm saying some shit, I don't use God in that. Or my spiritual God that I believe in. I don't use that. Because it ain't right to do. No one, it ain't right to do. And number one, I know better not to do that. They're playing around with God. This man is playing around with God. He's playing. What God is telling him to say this shit? This shit is he talking about? Some people need to die. What God is telling you that? What fucking religion, God, is telling you that? I don't even wish harm on my enemies. If I say I heard a motherfucker kill somebody, I never bring God into that. Never. I would never bring God into that. My spiritual God, I would never bring him into this. If I'm going to do some criminal or hurt somebody or something like that, nigga, get the fuck out of here. They playing around with that man's name, and that shit ain't good. Let's move on.
To say it.
Those comments come on the heels of sitting Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito, who was recorded in a conversation with a left-wing activist who he thought was a political ally, talking about how difficult it is to live peacefully with people on the left, the liberals. Quote, "There can be a way of working, a way of living together peacefully, but it's difficult, because there are differences on fundamental things that really..."
Let me just say this. People, I don't think it's peaceful. I don't find no peaceful shit to be with people like on the right. I don't see no peaceful solution. I honestly don't. But let me tell you something I won't say. I don't wish harm to them. I don't. I want you motherfuckers just, if you die, you die. It is what it is. I don't wish death on you, but you're a waste of you're a waste of fucking space. And I'm not gonna feel sorry for you, but I don't wish death on you. I don't want to try to harm you. Ain't no reason for me to do that. But if you fuck with me wrong, you come fucking with me, oh yeah. Ain't me wishing it. It will happen. That's a promise. Fuck a wish, or I want, or I think. No, fuck all that. You fuck with me wrong, shit'll happen. But I don't wish, think, none of that shit on anybody I think that's an enemy of mine. Or potential to be one. Or just because I disagree with you on values. Fuck out here. Who thinks like that? Motherfucker sitting out here. This dude is sitting out here talking about, oh, because we morally and so-called religious-wise think differently on issues. Some people need to die. Come on. Come on. First of all, if I let's just think about this. If I'm very religious and I don't think that gay people, whatever the situation is, but if they bleed like me, they can die like me, they was born like me, regardless of what their status is, right? It's like a racist, regardless of what their status is. I don't wish death on you. That ain't for me to do that. If I'm a religious or spiritual person, I don't wish that on you. Listen, people, but I'm not religious either. So my status of certain shit or certain people that do certain fuck shit, it's a little different. If you rape, even if you murder people in a certain type of way, right? Because murdering somebody or killing somebody in self-defense or something like that, that's like, it's kind of different. But if you intentionally try to murder or rape or do whatever the fuck these motherfuckers do, yeah, some of the motherfuckers need to die. At least I can be honest about that. And I won't use my spirituality, I won't use my religion on that, because I don't have religion. But I'm just saying, if I did, I don't use. I'm a spirituality person. I won't use my spirituality on that. I'm gonna say that's what my spirituality thinks. My spirituality always make me to think positive and good, to help people and shit like that. Do the right thing. My spirituality, the negative shit I think about or I would do, has nothing to do with my spirituality. At least I'm honest about it. These motherfuckers using spirituality to act like this is why we should do some things. No. My spirituality or religion or whatever, however you want to call it, that shit doesn't make me want to hurt or kill anybody. I actually, if I want to harm a motherfucker, got nothing to do with my spirituality. Nothing. It probably had more of who I am as an individual to want to do harm to you. But anyway, let's move on.
That really cannot be compromised, end quote. As we just showed you earlier in the hour, the head of Project 2025, which laid out the agenda for Trump's second term, Kevin Roberts, confirming some of Congressman Schiff's worst fears about the Supreme Court's recent immunity ruling. Roberts saying the Supreme Court has unleashed a second American revolution, which, quote, will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
And listen, and people, that Project 2025 shit, I got that coming up next week. I'm going to break all that shit down next week, or this Project 2025. I got this shit. Because I'm still reading this shit. But I know it's horrible. But I got it coming up. I will do a video on that next week. Not this week, but next week. But anyway, let's move on.
It to be. We're back with Ruth, David, and Angelo. Ruth, political violence and the fear of political violence coming and endangering not just the person in the arena, but your family is a tool of the autocrat.
It's the fundamental.
Think about. I just want people to think about this. This is how bad of how they're thinking, right? On the right. Imagine, right, that you may think a certain type of way, right? It's like them. They think a certain type of way, right? And they probably been raising their kids a certain type of way, right? But they're kids. I just go off of, I'm going off of that shit. Excuse me. Think about if I wanted to, I thought like, you know what, I need to kill this motherfucker. But you know what? Since his kids think like that, he raising them kids like that, I kill him too. What did that sound like? That sound like street shit. Honestly. They always bitch and complain about these so-called right people and these evangelicals and these Trump supporters. All of them, they all won. But they always talking about, oh, these motherfuckers is dangerous that kill your whole family. Listen, let me just say this. Well, you're saying the same shit. How you different from a street motherfucker when you willing to go to war and kill innocent people and kill kids because they was raised a certain type of way? How you different? You're not different from them. You're not different from a street person, honestly, or a gang member or a gangster. You motherfuckers want civil war and shit like that, you ain't no different from a fucking street gangster. And the only difference between you and the gangster is that, nigga, a street gangster, nigga, they kill amongst themselves. They don't kill outside of themselves like that. It's very rare they do it. You rarely hear them stories. It's very rare. You motherfuckers talking about going to war with people that don't think like you. Okay. Okay. But like I said, how you better than some gangster niggas in the street, the urban community, these woke motherfuckers, the leftists? How you better than them when you willing to kill innocent children? Because you know that's what comes with war. You're going to kill innocent children. You're going to kill children that don't know no better. That's what happened in war. You kill innocent children and people that... That's why I don't never wish harm on people's family. Or on people. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Republicans. This is y'all. Trump supporters. Y'all out y'all mind. You wishing harm on people. Even if it's a leftist person. Do that person's wife supposed to die? Their kids supposed to die because of the parent? Because of the motherfucker that you see that you think is a threat? Let's kill them all. You know what that is? That is street shit. That's what motherfuckers do in the street. Do you understand that? You bitch and complain about street mentality, the urban community. You're turning into that. So what the fuck are you talking about? How you better? I don't want to kill a racist man, wife, mother, kids and shit. What are you talking about? Nieces, nephews? What the fuck are you? Let's move on, man. Let's move on.
It's the fundamental thing. And this is what got me into following Trump in 2016. I saw that he was using his rallies for a reason that goes back to fascism, that you need to change people's perception of violence. You need to get them to see violence as sometimes justified, sometimes necessary. And so Trump used his rallies from 2015 onwards, and this was the basis of my report for the January.
First of all, Trump didn't change that. I highly disagree with that. America always been that way. Because if we never was that way, then why we was over there in Afghanistan and Pakistan and all that shit? You knew that when we went over that bitch tried to get Bin Laden and the terrorist groups, we was gonna kill innocent kids and children. That shit don't make no sense to me. Please don't do that. This is the real reason why people be like, I don't know why like people on the right think that I'm a leftist. This shit that she just saying is bullshit too. You just saying because of this country. But we do shit that's leftist. Well, not I'm leftist, but leftist people in the country condone. We go over there, you don't think we kill innocent people and their children? All the shit you saying, we have done. And you done voted for it, you was good with, you had no problem with it because it wasn't here. So get the fuck out of here. So whatever Trump is saying, you was already good with. This is my thing to the right. See how I can understand that? That she's lying? And she on bullshit and she a leftist. I'm not a leftist. I'm telling you that you fucking up and you're stupid. Just like she lying and she's stupid. But then she ain't that stupid. She's trying to play this role like the left is so much way better. You're not. The left is not better. When it comes to certain things. They're not. They do the same shit. They promote the same shit. What the fuck are you talking about? We have a police issue in this country and the left don't do shit about it. And they've been in power to do something about it and they did nothing when it came to black people. So do you really care about racial tension in this country? Do you really care about black people like that? Like you say, you want black people to vote? That's why you get a lot of black people say, fuck that, I'm gonna ride with Trump. It's still stupid because same shit will happen to you again on the right. They're the same people. I told y'all, everything in the last 10, 15 years, I told you what was going to happen. And it happened. I'm telling y'all, you play around with this dude Trump because you're so mad at the Democrats. I get that. Nobody's taking that. You see me, I just said what I said. They're better than Trump. Regardless of what you feel about the left, they're better than Trump and his little cult. Not even a little cult, his cult. They ain't little, they big. Play around with his cult. And you think that, Biden too old. You think you better put his old ass in there and stop playing. And then in the next election, we can fix some shit. We can push to fix some more shit. But you can't just be in tune in one election. You have to be in tune all the way. Not just the presidential shit, the state shit. Listen, we want to hold Trump accountable, right? Okay, cool. I get that. Well, what about the Democrats? The time you want to hold Democrats accountable is the worst time. What was it? George Clooney came out? Fuck him. Fuck you mean? Bitch, I first of all, George Clooney, ain't you dating some foreign bitch? Huh? Are you dating an American woman? I don't know that for sure, but I don't think you were dating an American woman. I don't know if you married. You ain't been married all your life. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I ain't not saying you don't know nothing about politics. You a fucking celebrity that just come out, oh, Biden too old, he need to step aside. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't never lived in a black community. You ain't never been black. You don't understand that if we put this motherfucker Trump, and listen, all right, get your new person that you want to put in. Who you want to put in, George Clooney, in the middle of a fucking election? You think they gonna win? I'd rather Biden lose and he ride that bitch till the wheels fall off than a motherfucker we ain't know he ain't gonna win. The fuck are you talking about? You think the old motherfucker's gonna be like, oh, well, you know, just say Kamala Harris. Look how they talk about Kamala Harris. Let Kamala Harris run. Let her take over Biden shit. He said, I'm gonna let her do it. Okay, fine. Look how they doing Kamala Harris. They actually been even more racist. They say, oh, Kamala Harris is a DEI. She only in the position because she black. The problem with the Democrat Party is that you motherfuckers think, oh, Joe Biden too old and all that other shit and whatever. You don't know how to take the narrative. They took a narrative, they took shit away from us. Now you motherfuckers you want to acknowledge that they racist. You want to keep pretending that they're friends of yours. They're intentionally trying to divide the country. Intentionally. Republicans, Trump supporters, whatever you want to look at. And if you got them in your family, they're intentionally trying to divide the country because they are racist. Even if they're family members, they're fucking racist. Regardless of what I think about Kamala Harris or whatever, nigga, do I think she a DI hire? Hell no. She is more qualified to be there in that position when Joe Biden was there. When he was under Barack Obama. What the fuck are you talking about? She was more qualified than him. Yeah, he been in Congress. So what? You want to go off education? You want to go off of these things that you say black people ain't qualified when you say a black person in power? What the fuck are you talking about? She's educated. She's a former lawyer, a former prosecutor. You can bring up all that shit. She fucked her way to the top. Ain't that a lot of your hoes on the right? Tommy Lauren is not educated at all. You put her on national platform things, and then when you found out that she ain't that fucking talented, what you do? You put her on YouTube. Here and there, y'all bring her up. What the fuck are you talking about? How can a Tommy Lauren talk about a person that got a fucking college degree and very credible about what she's talking about, been in politics way longer than Tommy Lauren has? She's just a internet sensation. She got no motherfucking credibility other than Fox News saying we gonna ride with you because we like your racism. The fuck are you talking about? So when I say the right is racist, they racist. It just is what it is. You can sit here and pretend that you're not racist. I got black friends. Yeah, you got black coons. Cause any black person that ever fuck with you or ever fuck with you or still, I say continue to fuck with you, is sellouts and coons. And I tell that black Negro that fuck with you to their face, with you standing there, that they are sellout and they don't represent us. Fuck wrong with you? I got a black friend. Remember Ron God say, he say, oh, I got black people around me. That don't mean shit. That always mind boggles me about some of these white folks that get in these court in these racial court situations. And they try to bling up, oh, I got black friends. Fuck, what that mean? You said racist shit out your mouth. So that black person ain't think that was something wrong with that? So if that black person ain't think nothing was wrong with that, then that black person don't fuck with us. And never did. I'm going to say this to all you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck you coons or you racists or whatever. Stop talking about OJ. Okay? Stop talking about it. Stop talking about George Floyd. Please, stop. Stop talking about it. Shit is factual. It happened. We seen it on tape. We seen this shit. Why the fuck are y'all keep... I don't give a fuck about y'all opinion. George Floyd is dead, bro. Respect the dead. We keep asking these young rappers, y'all keep speaking about the dead. But you motherfuckers keep speaking about the dead. It's over. And then, like I said, can't get mad at the young niggas that disrespect the dead or talk about the dead when you motherfuckers bring up slave owners. However you want to look at it, you bring up slave owners. You glorify them. You want us to glorify slave owners that killed people that look like us and was okay with that. So how the fuck you mad at some young niggas in 2024 that says, oh, you know what? Fuck them dead niggas. They disrespect their own people. What? You disrespect us? You should be better then. I don't give a fuck what those young niggas do or disrespecting the dead, and I check them niggas and I'm on their ass. But that don't mean I get to do it because they doing it. Who the fuck is the adult in the room? Let's be real. You motherfuckers are fake older motherfuckers or fake OGs or fake motherfuckers that try to give us knowledge. Some of y'all, the fuck out of here. Just because these young niggas doing certain shit don't mean I got to agree with that. I'm not getting them young niggas' ass. Stop dissing the dead. You motherfuckers look stupid. Do you know you gonna die? And somebody gonna diss your dumb ass. Motherfucker, I heard a young nigga come out one time say, it got mad, oh, they keep dissing my dead homies. You doing it? How about you set the trend that you don't do it? Can you be better than them? No, you don't want to. Fuck out of here. Niggas out here playing stupid. Niggas want to play. Motherfuckers want to sit out here and play stupid. They don't know what's going on. Oh, they got to start talking about my dead homies. But you go and do it too, so why anybody supposed to stop? How about you set the trend? I ain't talking about the niggas, no dudes dead homies. How about you do that? Instead of acting, instead of trying to be petty. But they mad at old niggas like me that tell these niggas y'all niggas gotta start talking about the dead dudes. Y'all disrespectful. You mad at me, but you ain't that upset that you won't set a trend. But I'm not talking about old niggas no more. I remember niggas said to Dirk. Dirk was like, oh, I ain't talking about the dead homies no more. People dead homies no more. His fans, they got upset. So you enjoy them killing each other. Because that's what they dying over. They dying over talking about how much they gonna kill it, disrespecting they dead homies. So you love that type of music. Mind you, these are the same people that ain't lost nobody in them streets. Nobody. People, when I was rapping back in the day, right? I ain't gonna say rapping, but I was freestyling shit, right? When I was doing that shit, I never disrespect dead dudes. My enemies dead dudes or people I was beefing with. I never dissed they dead. Like, that shit was weird. And because we had a status, nigga, you don't talk about people that's dead. And I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I'm gonna leave this as this. Cause I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of niggas that was my enemies and shit like that, a lot of them, about 75 to 80% of them was like that. They was like that. So I couldn't diss these niggas like that because they was really like that in the streets. They was really like that. So how I diss those type of dudes when they was really like that? They was trying to kill me or whatever the situation was. They was about that life. So how can I diss them? I know if they had the opportunity to kill me before they died, they would do it. So how do I diss those dudes? And even when I knew them dudes wasn't really like that, how can I diss them when them niggas, you ain't on my level to diss you. You ain't on my level. I knew a couple of them niggas wasn't on my level. Nigga, what I would do or who I was in the streets. I ain't dissing nobody that ain't on my level and wasn't never on my level when I was out there. And doing what I'm doing. You motherfuckers ain't like that. But I ain't dissing a nigga that I know that was on my level. Even if I thought he was a bitch or whatever, right? Because that's how you think, because you in the streets, you think everybody a bitch ass nigga. But nah. A lot of these niggas that be screaming out, and I'm going to leave it as this. A lot of them niggas scream out that those niggas is bitches. They screaming out their dead homies and shit like that. Them niggas was on their level. I figured that shit out. Them niggas, they diss them niggas that die, a lot of them, right? Because them niggas was on that level, they was like that in them streets. Y'all niggas just in a different era. Y'all ain't even really like that, bro. A lot of y'all young niggas ain't even really like that. Be dissing your enemies and shit like that. You don't even respect your enemies. Like, at the end of the day, I ain't like my enemies, but nigga, I respect them. Because nigga, they would kill me if they had the chance to. You niggas, weirdo niggas. My niggas, listen, my enemies, what they were, nigga. It was like that. Now, I ain't respect them to the point that where I wanted to kill them or do something to them. But they was like that, nigga. I can't diss them niggas like that. Because they weren't punk niggas. Them niggas, if they got the chance to kill me, they will kill me. That's how the game goes. You niggas got the game fucked up. If a nigga is out to kill you and he was like that, oh nigga, you give him his respect. Cause he would kill your ass. He just got killed first. That's how that street shit goes. You niggas got the game fucked up. That's why we don't, in my generation, we didn't did homies like that. We didn't do none of that dumb shit that y'all doing now. When them niggas died, they died. It is what it is. And you leave it as that. Them niggas dead, they ain't no more of a threat to you. Now you gotta worry about these other niggas coming. Cause now them other niggas is mad. Now that didn't trigger them niggas. They might not have been as thorough as the next nigga, but the nigga, that homie that died, but now they gonna get even more amped up. You niggas don't even think like that. Some of you young niggas, you don't even think that. You amping up more niggas to try to kill you. It's just dumb. Some of y'all dumb as shit. This life, this street life, that shit is real. You niggas playing around. That's why y'all dying. A lot of you young niggas is dying before y'all even get to 25. Because y'all don't understand it. You dying because y'all stupidity and y'all lack of respect. Nigga, I respected my motherfucking enemies, nigga. Because my enemies could kill me anytime they could. It is very possible. It's very possible. Regardless of how thorough and tough or how my clique was like that. My clique was like that. Niggas I fuck with was like that. Nigga, we ready to die. We ain't care. But nigga, we respect that other side though. But them niggas was like that too. We ain't like them. We ain't fuck with them like that. But nigga, we respected them. But them niggas was ready to die just like we are. And they did die. You niggas is ignorant and stupid. You know nothing about street shit. Some of you young niggas don't know shit. You just out here dying for nothing. Dying for nothing. And I'm not saying what I was doing was right. But I'm telling you, it was a purpose of why my niggas died. Okay? And we lost a lot of niggas in this street shit. But a lot of my niggas died, they died for a purpose. That's why I don't never feel guilty about certain shit. We know what we was doing. We knew what we was about. We knew what was coming. You niggas just dying for nothing. Cause y'all stupid. In this generation. A lot of y'all. Y'all just stupid as fuck. You know nothing about nothing. That's just real talk. You can get mad at me all you want. You niggas die for, some of you niggas die for nothing. You ain't even got no purpose of dying. I know niggas that died. I know why they died. I'm gonna leave that shit as that. You niggas ain't like that. You young niggas, you think y'all like that. Y'all ain't like that. Some of y'all ain't even like that. You niggas die for stupid shit. When I was doing my shit, and I ain't proud of it. I'm just saying. Not glorifying it. None of that. I'm just saying when I was out there in them streets, I knew what I was willing to die for. You niggas die for trying to be tough. Fuck out of here. None of that shit. And a lot of my niggas was like, nigga, we got punked out this bitch. It was for a reason. It could be stupid to me now, but to a certain extent, but it was a reason. You niggas don't have no reason. You niggas do shit because y'all want to play tough. Some of y'all ain't even like that. Anyway, man. Leave your comments. Hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.